Hey, what's up guys? All right, so right now I wanted to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about YouTube and growing your own YouTube channel in the fishing world and kind of like what to expect, because I do these videos every so often on my channel to kind of document my thought process and how it's changed from 0 subs to where I'm at now. And I want to help you guys and kind of answer the questions that I had that nobody on YouTube answered, and maybe it'll help you guys out there. So in this video, we're going to talk about growing your fishing YouTube page. I hope what I have to say helps you a little bit. So here we go. Growing your social brand in the future is going to be super huge, and it's going to be your resume for the future. Your digital resume is going to overtake your paper resume 100%. I see it every day coming. So if you're in the fishing world, or you want to be in the fishing world and create videos and hopefully influence on the internet, that today growing your social brand is huge, guys. So I totally say you need to be growing a YouTube channel and an Instagram and a Facebook of your own. And I've found out that you have to be on every platform to really grow and develop and have an ecosystem. So the first thing I want to talk about, guys, is really your camera. I get it so many times when I meet people. They're like, I want to start YouTube, but I don't have a camera and I can't buy one, and I can't get started because I don't have the proper gear. Well, here's what I say to that. So don't hate me for this shadow right here. It is just something I'm just dealing with. So that's kind of the point of this video, is we're just gonna make videos and whatever happens, happens. This right now is happening. And this is from the iPhone, guys, so we're just dealing with it. So back to the action right here on this camera. Just about everybody has an iPhone now, and this is pretty much perfect to get started on YouTube. So there's no excuse to not get started. So I'll go off of that to say that, you know, if you're on the water, you're probably gonna have to get a GoPro because your iPhone will die. But now they're starting to become waterproof, but it's still hard to film with an iPhone. So I would say if you're an action or sports or travel vlog or fishing, get a GoPro. All right, guys, so here's my setup for most things. This is just a GoPro Hero 5 session, and I got a little Float Pro head mount off Amazon, and this is what I film 95% of my stuff on right here, except for when I'm like in a house setting. I actually have the GoPro Hero 4 session, which I used last year on a lot of the videos. It's fine. It's a little hazier than this one, but once you color grade with some good software, you can't really tell the difference. I strongly recommend like these sessions because they have great audio. They're way cheaper than the actual bigger GoPros, and they still last like 2 hours, which is plenty of time. They charge fast, and I like them. I'm gonna link this setup in the comments description below so you know what I actually have. All right, guys, so the next thing I'm gonna show you is this setup right here, which is a Canon T6i Rebel DSLR camera. And this camera right here gets pretty good quality, even though my lighting kind of sucks right here. I think I paid like I think like 600 bucks. It was a package deal with the microphone and the kit lens, the 18x55, and I picked up a Joby mount tripod to go with it, with the bendy things. It's a totally great package because you can use it for like walking around with it, like talking to yourself and stuff like that. It's a great setup. I can't really complain about the camera. I had to pick up an extra battery because the battery doesn't last too long, but it lasts just enough. This is the same camera that I have done a lot of the sit down stuff with. If you watch Angler Up with Brant, he uses the same camera for like 600 and something bucks. I got the kit lens, I got the camera, the battery, and the microphone. The Joby was extra. Great setup. I really like it. There's no complaints. I strongly recommend getting one if you're serious about YouTube, or that or better, like the 70Ds or 80Ds. Like, those are expensive. I just knew this one was going to fall in the water sooner or later, so I went with the cheaper version. And the only thing that is not as quality as like the 80D, I think, is the autofocus. It kind of moves around when it's thinking. Next, I would say pick up a wide angle lens. See, watch this. See how wide it gets? And I'm literally like this far from the camera. See? I'm literally like this far. And then I can come back in. This really helps when you're talking to yourself with the camera and you're like, wow, 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 wow. It helps. So the last thing I want to say about cameras is, one, use whatever you got until you can get something better. But don't be afraid to go ahead and make it. So go ahead and make videos, and then along the way pick up a better camera. But go ahead and make videos. And if you don't have the money for a camera, I would basically find the junk in your garage and yard sale it, and then go get you a camera. That's what I did. I hunted around the house long enough until I found enough old clothes and junk in the garage to buy this camera. And then I made the purchase, and then my YouTube channel started making more money, and the videos got better. And I strongly advise, use the old saying that if you can rationalize it helping you, go ahead and buy it, figure it out later. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, guys, so the next thing I wanna talk about in this little video that I'm trying to make to help everybody is the types of content you should be making. Like, if you've noticed on this channel, I don't just make one type of video, and I've really never done that, because what happens is your channel gets pigeonholed into like one niche market, and that niche market is probably not very big, and your channel is stricken by slow growth or no growth. So like that really happens in the kayak fishing world, is that the world of kayak fishing is very small, and that the ability to grow a channel like stagnates. Unless you have a viral video that branches out of kayak fishing, you're gonna get stuck at like from like really 15 to like maybe 50,000 subs, and that's it, because that's how big the kayak world is, even if it's that big. I mean, you can just see the numbers of most of the big kayak fishing channels, and they just kind of get stuck in that realm. Now, if you can cross over into fishing, it gets a little bigger. Outdoors, it gets a little bigger. Just vlogging, it gets huge. So you just gotta like keep yourself from getting niche. I've never really understand the whole thing that people think that one channel is one thing, like, oh, you're just a fishing channel. It's just your handle. Like, Yak Mile is just a handle on a screen name that I post stuff to, because it's too hard to grow other channels to like try to have, you know, this video goes on that channel and this video goes on that channel, unless it's like politics versus fishing. I wouldn't cross those. I would just say like, I'm gonna create videos that I like. My screen name is my brand name, and I'm just gonna post, because odds are the video that gets you popular is not what you started out with. I mean, if you look at like D Almighty, started out with gaming, crossed over into diving after he was doing bass fishing. So it's like don't look at one video type and stick right there, because one, you're probably going to get tired of making those videos, and then you're going to quit YouTube. And two, odds are that's probably not going to be what makes you famous anyways. I'm just saying, don't hate me. That's just my thought on it, and this is documenting my thought. So that being said, I would try to make some videos that are searchable, like how-to stuff. I would try to make videos that is like holding content, like maybe vlogging, like as many days as you can, to where your subscribers you already have watch the videos you have. And then I would try to make something viral, a hero video that's really sick and has viral ability, because that is what's going to give you explosive growth on your channel, and nobody wants to be stuck at like 10,000 subs for the next 10 years. Just saying, you got to have some virality chance to be able to grow the channel, and that's how my channel got to like 16,000 pretty fast, was caught a couple good videos, wrote it. That's just how it works. And also, viral videos have nothing to do with how long they are. I don't care what anybody says. It has to do with watch time. It has to do with a lot of other things in the suggested feed. And if YouTube is suggesting it, then it's gonna go viral. So it's like, that's how you get those explosive videos. Things that YouTube likes, usually the longer videos, YouTube can put more ads in those videos. I don't care what anybody says, that's just how it is. I've had 30-minute videos do way better than 4-minute videos, because if you look at the watch time on your analytics, you're just gonna see the first thing YouTube talks about is watch time. That's what I gotta say. All right, next thing I wanna talk about is, do not fill your description boxes full of links. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with this, but I would say that anytime somebody clicks a link, it takes them away from your YouTube video or the platform at all, like go to Amazon or wherever, you're breaking session watch time, which YouTube penalizes you for, which breaks the suggested video chain. So you got to either say, I want to maybe make money on my affiliate links, or I want to get the greatest search engine on the planet to promote me. So I quit putting links in my description boxes unless it's something I feel like putting up there. So that being said, moving right along, guys, next thing I want to talk about, kind of like some of the traps in the fishing world. And you know, I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. I just got to kind of speak from like my thought process and what I've learned in the last like a couple years being on YouTube, and like some of the things I've almost fallen into. First thing I want to talk about really is like sponsorships and pro staffing. If you're a pro staffer out there, don't get mad at me. I just gotta like talk about this. Love you guys, but I just gotta talk about this. Pro staffing is kind of like one of those things where a company has figured out a marketing niche to get people to kind of market them at a cheap rate. Because marketing is really expensive. It's super expensive. So what they have figured out is I can get a bunch of people to push my product on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and in return give them a discount off of that product. So basically they're extending product for services. And you know, for some people that's a great exchange. They love it because maybe they use a lot of lures or they use a lot of line, etc. Now here's where I say be careful with that, is because what it's done is it's diluted the YouTube market, the Instagram market, and the Facebook market to where what they used to pay for, they don't pay for anymore, because they know they're going to get a lot of people to give them attention basically at a cheap rate, which is basically for free. Because that product they're giving the pro staffer, the margins are so different on that to where they're getting that product really cheap, and you're giving them something that is at a discounted rate, so they're winning 100% all the way around. And that's just my opinion on the pro staff thing. Marketers, like, it was a genius move on the company side, but on the on the YouTuber advertiser like person side, it killed the market for advertising dollars like that. To where only like the bigger YouTubers and stuff are getting money from companies. That's just the way the game is now. It's been kind of saturated. So if I was a young YouTuber, I'd say stay away from pro staffing. Don't let them get anything from you that they're not going to pay you, okay? Because if you look at Social Blue Book, it'll tell you how much your YouTube channel is worth and how much a post on your YouTube channel is worth and how much a post of your Instagram is worth. And if they give you a product, they own you, okay? And they are basically gonna get their hashtags and ats and everything, and that's a lot more effort on your half as an influencer and as, you know, somebody on the internet than what they're giving you. So like if they give you $100 in braided fishing line and you've got 15 or 20,000 subs and they get a video and an Instagram post, you lost. They got marketing at a very cheap rate is what they did. So be wary of that, because after a while it can slowly degrade things on your channel. One, you lose your creativity because you're catering to the company, and then it's just gonna like, you're going to be trying to work stuff in and it just doesn't work out. I would just say stay away from the pro staffs, and the same way with sponsorships. Don't accept a sponsorship until you get like your channel's mature. And when I say mature, like 15, 20, 30,000 subs. Like,
then he exhales
have
and
a
he's
lot
over.
of views on your channel. Like I would say like at least 2 million views, and I would say at least 25,000 subs or whatever before you accept a sponsorship. That is just my opinion. Don't accept a sponsorship. You want your creativity. You want to be able to push whatever you want to on your channel, and you don't want to worry about losing that for a few views or for a little bit amount of money. The amount of money you're going to be getting from a sponsor at that size of your channel isn't going to be enough to worry about. Focus on building good content, trying to go viral, and like holding getting views from your actual content that you're producing, and the money will come later. When you get to like 4 million views, 5 million views, your channel's gonna start making money, and that's gonna be like a back burner. You're just gonna be trying to like just make videos then. Your channel starts to pay for itself, and then rock and roll. Then it's game on. You can produce whatever you want and say whatever you want. Like for me, I have 0 sponsorships, 0 pro stats. I can say whatever I want to, from everything from WD-40 all the way to like shooting at squirrels, and I don't want some dude emailing me saying, oh, we don't want you to do that. That's just me. This is me, this is my channel, and I want it to be my channel. Guys, the content you should be making right now should be basically like taking a ball of mud and slinging it at the wall, and then see if it sticks. And if it does, you make another one just like it, and another one just like it, and another one just like it. If you look at your analytics on YouTube, like you will see that like less than probably like 19-20% of your subscribers actually watch like your videos. It's all suggested videos. So I mean, I love you. I love my subscribers, and I really care about them. But at the same time, you can't let them dictate what you make. You got to be willing to take a glob of mud and sling it at the wall. And if it sticks, you make that until it dies, and then you take another glob of mud and you throw it at the wall. If it doesn't stick, you try it again and again and again and again. And that's how your channel starts to grow. You can't just focus on one little thing, and that's just my opinion. So start taking huge globs of mud and throw it at the wall. You'll notice that the views you're getting are views that are off in the distance on searched or suggested, and that's where you need to play until your channel starts getting big. Because the 4 million views I got did not come from, 15,000 subs watching, X amount of videos. It came from explosive random videos that I were throwing at the wall, and then the subs just happen. Just saying. And don't equate your channel's like greatness with subs. It's all view count and watch time, because that's where the money comes from. That's where you get paid, and you're basically monetizing eyeballs, because the views are how many people have actually saw your face. Because you can see a lot of channels out there with lots of subs, nobody watches it. So if you got 50,000 subs and 200,000 career views, what good are the subs? You ain't getting no money from it. I'm just saying. All right, guys, so another thing, and one of the last things I want to talk about, is don't be afraid to grow yourself on all the platforms. Because if you're growing on Instagram, that means they're seeing your YouTube. They'll come to your YouTube. If you're going your Facebook, they're going to see your YouTube. So they all interlink together in one social media web. Like right now, my Facebook is way bigger than my YouTube channel. I think it's like 60-something thousand. And so those 60-something thousand people see my YouTube channel, and they'll wind up migrating over. Or you might just wind up being bigger on another platform. So don't be afraid to grow your Instagram, your Facebook, and your YouTube. Right now, I'm trying to grow all 3, because eyeballs are eyeballs, and they all correlate over. And when it comes to your social blue book value, it's your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Twitter, your YouTube. They all come together. That gives you that amount of what you're actually worth on the internet. So I hope that helps. Grow them all. Facebook's a lot easier if you're willing to spend money. YouTube is more of a library, and it just takes time. And in the future, it's going to be harder and harder to grow on YouTube. YouTube's getting a lot harder. But that's all I got to say about this, guys. I hope you liked it. Comment down below if you've had some of these issues. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.